Salutations, my fellow dudes and dudettes, and welcome back to Tales of Phantasia. Last time, we were sort of on a fetch quest for a man known as Edward. We also found out that his last name was Morrison. Edward D. Morrison, I believe. He is actually an ancestor of Tornix C. Morrison, the man we met up with near the beginning of the game. He was researching time travel. Not only did we get info about where to get the rings repaired, we have to go to a place known as Ymir Forest and head to the village there. And the elves should be able to, well, help us out. Broomglow, may I talk to you for a while? Yes. Have you met Edward? Can we talk outside? I can't believe Edward is really going to try to take on Douse. We need permission to get into Ymir Forest. Alright, but it'll take a day to get the paperwork done. And I'm just gonna cut that out because you don't need me going to the inn and back. It'd just be a waste of your time. Sorry that took so long. Pin this on your chest. But remember, that even though you have the royal crest of Alvanista, the elves will still not allow a half-elf into the forest. We got the Alvanista's royal crest. Now we can get into Ymir Forest. But again, back to what to get to Ymir, just head off the eastern bridge, and all the way south, and then is it west? Yeah. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Edward D. Morrison was apparently doing research on time travel, and he was about to give up hope until Kless gave him, like, the notes from from his descendant Tornix. Oh yeah, we also have a little problem here. Half-elves, you mean like me? I'm sorry, Archie. Hey, it's okay. I'll just wait here in the inn and relax. We'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, apparently in the anime, her name is pronounced Archie. It's one more syllable I have to use, damn it. Yeah, this part kind of sucks considering the fact that we have to leave our black mage behind. And right now, Clarth isn't all that good. We do have Maxwell, and Ifrit is going to be incredibly useful for this for the dungeon we're actually about to do, or actually the next two dungeons. More like mini dungeons, actually. Because they're essentially the same place. They're just, like, isolated. There's essentially two forest sections. A village just separates the two. So two mini dungeons split, split from a village. And, again, Clarth has Maxwell and Ifrit, which is pretty good, but I don't know, I kinda like my black mage. Who are you? I'm afraid only elves are allowed in here. We have permission from His Highness. I see. Please continue on. Welcome to Ymir Forest. Even the name makes me queasy. For starters, we got a new enemy here, lilies. All they can really do is sort of like, I don't know if that's a punch with their like hair or fists, but basically they just go towards you and they just sort of punch you in the face. They can do it consecutively, which can be a little bit annoying, but they don't have a lot of health, and all they can do is melee attack. Now you're noticing, shit, Mr. Sanic, if you suggest Ifrit, why is Clarth just using Gnome? I just sort of let the AI do what it wants, but at the same time, though, you really don't want to do that for this kind of dungeon. These enemies, like the lilies and the oak roots, they don't put up much of a fight, honestly. Again, the lilies can only do so much, and so, shockingly enough, the oak roots, they can't do much of anything, really. Their only real damaging attack is Shake. As a matter of fact, their basic attack, which, like, they attack you from the ground with their roots, it doesn't do any damage to anyone. I don't know if, like, only their health was really boosted or anything from, like, previously, but still. This is the enemy you want to watch out for, the Snake Men. I hate these characters. I hate these enemies. Just like how, the Basilisk can petrify, so can they. The reason why they're much more threatening is that they're fast and relentless. While Basilisk was very slow and easy to take down, not only can these guys lock you in a combo, but they can easily, not only can they lock you in a combo, they can stun you, which will make you more vulnerable to getting petrified. These enemies are a real pain in the dick. I hate these enemies. And it's funny, we do meet a different version of this enemy, but I don't think they're as bad, because, like, with petrification, there is a specific rule towards the petrify status, and it really sucks when it happens. All these enemies are weak to Ifrit, so make sure to turn all your other spirits off. Again, I was just letting Clarth do his own thing. I don't know. Also, his name in the anime is Klaus, and it's also Klaus in the North American release. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, but every character, like, their names are slightly different. I think Class is just Cress. I don't remember fully, but yeah. Now, going back on this damn forest, like, this is Ymir Forest. This one in particular, this ain't too bad. In fact, there's, like, 3 lavenders and a sage in this mini dungeon. It's pretty good stuff. Also, I turned it off now, because it's like, realize I'm an idiot, and... Actually, yeah, you know what, now that I think about it, turn off Maxwell too, because he does take up a lot of TP. So, keep that in mind. But again, back to what I was saying with the Ymir Forest. This forest is not exclusive to this game. Or just about every dungeon is, this one isn't. This one comes back, and... it's a lot worse. Ymir Forest strikes back, and, like, in the game that sort of connects with this one, Tales of Phantasia. I say it sort of connects with it because all the spirits are roughly the same. There are references between each game. Like Martel, Yggdrasil, mana is used. Also, I die here. That's the biggest problem with the petrification. Since you can't do anything, your character can't move, if all 3 of... Well, I guess in this case, if all of your party members get petrified, that's essentially death, because they're stoned, they can't move, like, they can't use any items on themselves. It's just game, and I hate that. Thankfully, there aren't that many enemies that can do that, but still, it is a real pain in the ass. There is one huge thing you want to look out for, though. I'll explain that in a bit, actually. What is it, Clarth? I thought I saw something pink behind that tree. Perhaps you're just imagining things. I don't know, I could have sworn. Well, I mean, we did see Archie. Hey, look, there she is. There's Archie. We did see her sneak out of the hotel. It's like, screw this, I wanted all the fun too. Take a look at this crest. We're under the protection of the royal family of Alvanista. We'd like to speak with your leader. Alvanista's royal crest, just a moment. I am sorry to keep you waiting. My name is Rembar. I'm sort of in charge here. My name is Clarth, and this is Kless and Mint. I've got something to ask you. Take a look at these rings. They're rings for contracting with magical spirits, but they're broken. We heard that someone may know how to repair them. What we need to do is get to Heimdall Stone. Pick up anything you'll need for a day's trip at our stores, then meet me at the north end of town. And Rambar sort of just leads us off with that. Gonna stay at the inn here. What's weird is that I don't know why, but this innkeeper, I don't know, something about her feels really odd. Her appearance, like, rubs me the wrong way. I must be imagining things. Anyway, I'm just going to take the time to explore the elven village. And while I do that, I want to explain what I was going to say earlier. There is one really good item you want to look out for in the Ymir Forest and the next part of the section, Tree Forest. Apples are a great way to stock up your food supply because it costs 1 gallon and it gives you, I think it's like 60 food value. So, like, essentially, you could be spending maybe let's see. I don't really have the time to do the math in my head. I don't have much time for this part. But the apples are pretty useful. There is one other apple we can obtain, though. It's not we can't buy it anywhere. The oak roots are able to drop it randomly, and I had quite a decent amount of luck with this, with these 2 runs of Ymir Forest and the next dungeon, Tree Forest. The Japanese apple. It doesn't sound all that great because it's like, it just got Japanese at the front of it. It is probably the most effective food item we have at this point in the game. It fills your food sack up to 1,000. 1,000. Generally what I like to do is store these, save these Japanese apples up because they will help you, like, significantly in the long run. I'm not going to spoil what the dungeon is, but we are slowly but surely getting rather close to an incredibly long dungeon. So what I like to do is get as many Japanese apples as I possibly can, or at least that's what I recommend to you. I immediately just use them up. I'll probably just, like, grind them off screen, possibly, because I do have to come back here for something. I will show that off. But anyways, if you're going to run out of food items in some later dungeons, because they're going to get longer. The Japanese apples are going to save you a lot of item usage, so stack up on many of them as you possibly can. Now what, Rampart? We're looking for Heimdall, the holy place of the elven people. It's marked by a large stone with ruins carved into it. What's the stone for? I'll show you. If we follow the trails that the bush babies are on, we should reach Heimdall fairly easily. The bush babies are the little rabbit sprites we've been seeing a little bit throughout the game. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this earlier, but in case anyone forgot, there you go. Ymir Bard's an NPC. He doesn't really do anything, though. He's just kind of like a travel buddy, I suppose. Anyway, since we got to Ymir Forest and we met Rampart, next time on Tales of Phantasia, we're going to be traversing through the Tree Forest in the hopes of finding the Heimdall Stone. Until then, I get a juice.